Greetings to you all, and welcome back to Let's Play Advance Wars with me, Ortega Omega. It's time to take on Drake. Who is Drake? I'm sure the game will explain. Seems Eagle knows who Drake is. But as you can probably work out by the fact that every single nation has two commanders, Drake is the second commander for Green Earth. Now if you remember that Eagle is the air specialist, what could Drake possibly be? Think through all the different units in the game. Think what specialists we've yet to see. Also, the fact that he's using a telescope, or spyglass, whatever we're calling this thing, in his top right picture, not his bottom left. Bottom left is just showing his rather rotund face. But Drake is our navy expert. See, Eagle knows who he is, because he works with him. They're an interesting bunch, Green Force. You got one guy who's master of the skies, one guy's master of the sea, no one on land. But honestly, they're a pretty strong force. Now, 3 missions. Basically, it's who do I want to play as. But I believe the missions are different depending on who I pick, which is why it's different flags. I'm going to give Andy a crack. He looks ready. Wait, what? I pressed the wrong button. But you know what Andy's like, he's eager. He's got to prove himself. Nope. Coral Fortress. So this is my fortress. Firstly, why am I in Green Earth territory? I noticed we just left the Yellow Comet Island and travelled onto the Green Earth Island for seemingly no reason. I know we say we're just passing through, but I've no idea where we're trying to go. But anyway, we've invaded Green Earth territory, and we're stopping off at our own fortress. So, yeah, well spotted, Andy. So, is Green Earth supposed to be our allies? Because we've built a fortress inside their territory. Now didn't say we're allied to Green Earth, so it just says we don't usually get trouble from them. It is very hard to understand the politics at work here. Alright, Andy, he's got the spirit. How many years of training did you have, Andy? How many years? How long would it take to teach you this? And yet somehow, still, you don't know. You're an embarrassment to Orange Star. But let's see what we're dealing with here. So we've got 2 bases. He's got 2 bases. We're actually going to have a fight. Drake is the naval expert. We don't want to mess with his sub or his battleship. Everything else we can kind of handle on an even fight, or maybe a slight advantage even, for Andy. Yes, it is a slight advantage. I don't know why I made it out like it's a mystery. It is a slight advantage for Andy. But, got to worry about this battleship the most. I see he has no dock. I also have no dock. So the boats that we have are the boats we're going to get. When I say boats, I mean naval units. So if I lose my lander, I lose access to this entirely. I have 2 subs. He has a battleship and a sub. As long as I kill the battleship, I don't care if this sub survives, because what's it going to do? And I need 12 properties. 5 in the top left, another 2 there, another 2 there. That's 9. Okay, so if I get the middle island and both corners, I win. But if I lose the naval battle, and I lose my lander, then I'm just going for his HQ. That's the strat. Alright, we got a strat. Let us try and secure this. Ooh, that was a lot of planning. Well, you know what happens if I don't plan. It's the same thing as what happens when I do plan, but it takes longer. That's right, victory. How about that? A bit of confidence. I think I'd rather you both went the same way. Lander, can you just sort of hide? Ish. Switch up. Well, that's unfortunate. Black-hearted axe, you say? If by black-hearted axe you mean passing through your territory without asking for permission? Yes. Yes, I am. By the way, Drake's theme. Bit weird. Well, I don't hate it. Andy, we've discussed this already. There is something else, something big, and I will explain it, unless the game wants to tell me. Intelcio. Oh, it's not as ground units of the week, it says air units. Oh, my mistake. I thought his mechanized ground forces were weak. If it's only his air units that are weak, he has no disadvantage on this map. He's just strictly better than Andy. Nice. How's that for a power? Surprising one, I know. Basically the opposite of Andy. Oh, interesting, it doesn't tell you. So, Drake, in a similar manner to Olaf, is unaffected by rain. So you remember there's the snow effect that slows you down, but Olaf was unaffected by it? Drake is unaffected by rain. What does rain do? I don't think it slows you down. I think it just makes you burn more fuel. But I could be wrong. That's a very strong battleship. There's nowhere I can put my tank that's not going to get shot. Do I take fire from a 6 HP battleship? I'm not happy about that. I can't get my tank to safety. I think we back up, in all honesty. Take the coward's way. Okay, my lander will be sunk, but I don't care. I mean, I care a little bit, but not as much as you'd think. Oh, dearie me. A cough came on suddenly. I think you heard part of it. My apologies. I was clamouring for the mute microphone button. I didn't find it in time. Ugh. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm done choking. I'll edit out the incredibly loud sound. You're welcome. So what happened? We lost our lander, our one and only, which means mid now belongs to Drake. I can't contest that. I might be able to kill his infantry with my rockets, but it's as good as that's ever going to get. All I care about is killing that battleship. Honestly, I don't know what I'm doing with you. Go here. It's going to be a grindy one because of these long bridges. Also, I'm not going to be able to hold top right for very long. I should count Drake's properties. This could be bad for me. So if Drake has 5 down here, if he captures those 2, 7, those 2, 9, he's in exactly the same situation as I am. So realistically, I can't stop him capturing this. It's inevitable. There's a medium tank coming for me. So what I need to do is stop him capturing down here. Wow, that was quite incredible that you made that kill. Good job, Andy. Not often you find me saying that. Don't know why I'm killing these landers. They don't really pose much of a threat. It's fine for me to shoot, yes? Yes. Also, this was a mistake. I should have shot with the artillery first. Even though it barely took any damage. But I could have taken a clean 0. Could finish that off, but I put myself in the firing line, which I'm not interested in doing. And I want to save up for more rockets and medium tanks. I want some heavy hitters. Go on then, make it rain. So Tsunami does 1 damage to everything, and doesn't make it rain. Okay. If you wonder why I get so many things wrong, it's because they make some slight changes in Advance Wars 2. And the changes they make in Advance Wars 2, they carry on forever in the series. So in Advance Wars 2, his ability also makes it rain, Tsunami. Which makes sense, because he's resistant to the effects of rain. And I often get confused between the two games, as you may have noticed. But I genuinely did think it caused rain. So the only way for rain to occur in this game is through random chance. Obviously that one was scripted earlier in this mission. But there is a random weather chance you can turn on if you were to just play essentially a skirmish. What an obnoxious position to be in. Oh well, do what we must. Keep saving. No, I don't instantly lose if he captures bottom left. There is a time element to this, because for the moment, I have top right, which will keep me in the game. I'm going to take quite a hit if I try and force my way through here. I think I need to. I need to get going. We can't sit here forever, we'll lose to property capture. It puts me in a situation of using my medium tank to kill 1 infantry. But needs must. I'm going to go for a plan that can best be described as all faithful. Behold. It's an APC to bait. You know the AI you can never resist. Reinforcements on their way. This guy's just got to hold firm. He's not going to win. He can try his best. Maybe I'll raise one of my subs. This is bait as well. The tanks hopefully will be tempted to shoot it. I probably should have put it in range of this. Alright, let's see how the bait does. I hope I just survive a bit, because then I can use my repairing CO power. It works every time. Every single time. Who programmed the AI in this game? Bring them to me and make them answer for their mistakes. Sub bait's working. Do you mind? Trying to sink your lander. Okay, that's quite possibly the worst place you could have positioned yourself. It's the infantry, so I appreciate that. I will shoot you first. Then I shall repair that back, even though I don't really need to. You go there. And they'll never know where you are, because you're all sneaky underwater. I don't care about the sub. The sub is no threat to anything. It can't do anything. It will just sink. In a bit. Alright, let's get that power going. You've undone your tsunami. How does it feel? So once again, I don't know how I'm going to get to this. Because now there's this infantry in the way. I can bust through this. Can you one-shot an APC? Not really. I mean, there's nothing else you can reach, so you may as well have a go. As we expected. So I can blow this up with the artillery. And then the question becomes, can either of these tanks one-shot an infantry? Medium tank honestly might be able to. But I wouldn't hold my breath because the infantry has a defense bonus for its current tile. What I'd like is for this guy to kill that, which he can't. So this tile is quite safe. So I'm happy with that. What's going to happen is my tank, which I'm committing at this point. I'm going to call it light tank. My light tank is going to take a rocket barrage. It's going to be a shame, but the rockets will die the following turn, so it's a sacrifice that I have to make, and it's not the worst in the world. I'll get over it. It might take a while, but I will. And what's important is that I secure the bottom left island for myself. Oh, I went for the artillery, okay. I need to secure the bottom left island for myself before Drake has finished capturing top right and mid. Top right will take in some time because I have some infantry there to slow him down. I love how ridiculously strong defensively naval units are to anything on the ground. I don't know why they are. I feel like medium tanks should do something to naval units. Okay, they do. They do about 1 point of damage. I feel they should be a little better than that. You know my one infantry is probably going to win. Because I have no inclination to move. Drake can bring the fight to me, and if Drake brings the fight to me, he gets first strike advantage. But I get the defender's advantage for being on a city, and he'll be on road or plain. And then I heal for 2, because I'm on a city, before the next turn. So I'm actually going to win that fight. Am I still not going to get to this damn thing? You know what, I've had enough of you. Medium tank. Annihilate these men. There, now you can do as you please. No one cares what one rocket does. Unless it chooses to run away to repair. Then I care. I care very much. There's no point firing on that AA. They will get ripped to shreds. I'm going to capture, but the AA is going to shoot me and stop my capture, but it's okay. I mean, what else am I going to do? Rockets cost 15, yes? Yes. Damn this flippant weather. And now there's a random tsunami coming out of nowhere. It kind of matches. By pure chance. Don't smile at me like that, Drake. It's amazing how fitting a name Drake is. It just feels so right for the naval commander. And when I think about what a Drake is, I end up thinking of male duck. Which I suppose is probably where the name comes from. But it makes him sound a lot less threatening when you think of him as a male duck. But I don't know, Drake just feels perfect as a naval commander's name. I mean, Eagle is obviously eagle. It probably is duck then, right? Because eagle is based off of an animal that flies. I'm looking at him in a completely new way. Before he was this cool naval commander who's basically a pirate. But now he's a duck. Somewhat of a downgrade. In the intimidation stakes, is it worth doing this? So, in response, I die. But I half kill an artillery. By the way, Drake literally needs 1 property to win. Just thought I'd share that fact. It's probably a mistake to attack there, but whatever, we're all about mistakes. Hold firm. That's it. We might die when the infantry attacks me. But it's okay, we're not going to lose. He's going to lose. But on a global scale, we're not going to lose. Because it will take him at least 2 turns to capture the building in top right. Can it stop raining for 5 seconds? I'm actually going to abandon capturing this, which is something I would never usually do. But I need to make sure I capture my building before he captures his. Otherwise I could lose the entire mission. And you know, that wouldn't be the best strategic move. So let's try to avoid that situation, shall we? Honestly, you just sit there. Slow them down. That's your job in life. have a battle on the big bridge at the bottom. Good grief, they're coming at me with APCs. Does it get more frightening? I don't think it does. Okay, we are safe. He needs 2 properties, he can only realistically get 1. Two can play your APC focusing game. Exciting stuff. We're not setting any speed records with this one. Alright, Drake, welcome to the meat grinder. He's all over the place. Focus your attention on one area of the map at a time, man. He's clogged it so densely he can't get his own units in. Decisions. I want to repair this artillery. But I think that's a job for next turn. Don't smile at me, Drake. That didn't go well for you. Probably should have sent the infantry forward there. Could have finished off that 1 HP unit. More medium tanks to punch through. As I said, this is not going to be a quick storming of the bridge. Advancing on this thing is a nightmare. For both sides. How much ammo you got left? 0. Okay, that's always a good sign. It's like trench warfare over here. Takes a turn to advance 1 tile. Honestly, I want my rocket in the best position I can get it in. You need to retreat because you have no ammo. If I put you there, then the APC can supply multiple indirect attackers at the same time. It's about as good as it's getting. You notice I actually needed an APC to rearm my units. Technically I didn't. We could have played Okie Kokie with these cities, but it's more convenient to have an APC here. He's bringing the heat in the rain. Bad analogy. They don't all work. I am beginning to wonder how I'm ever getting through that. He has more money than me per turn, so things are getting worse as time goes by. Of course, I'm playing more efficiently than he is. Because the man's an idiot, but idiocy will only get me so far. built an anti-air. The whole thing I was doing on his turn was watching to see what he would build. So I was thinking, if he builds a medium tank or a rocket, which is worse? Because he had 22,000 credits, he can buy whatever he wants. He built one anti-air and nothing. Yeah, sometimes I feel when I call these people idiots, I'm being a bit generous. Alright, 6 HP tank. Do I want you to repair some more? I think I do. Just get you out the way so the other tank gets more in range. I guess I'll get another rocket since I have a medium tank on the back burner. Drake, this is not the force you need to defeat me. Oh, a rocket. That's better. Oh, he built another anti-air. Never mind. Cancel that credit. Maybe I just weaken his entire army. I gain the right to repair myself. My frontal medium tank is about to take a hit. Soon I'll engage this battle. Soon. Very close. Possibly next turn. Real chance of killing this. That's luck. That had more than 5% HP left. Saving the CO power for the next turn, I think. I'm going to try and punch through. You tsunami me all you want, mate. And you can bomb my 9 HP infantry. I shall blink at you aggressively. Not sure how rifle fire destroys a tank, but there are stranger things that can happen in this game, trust me. How is that submarine still standing? I guess because it never moves, its fuel lasts a lot longer than you'd expect. It's also surfaced. Right then, in we go. Maybe. Oh, it's just suicide! We gotta try it. We gotta try it at some point. If we just never go forwards, then we're never gonna win. Go. Absorb some fire. Get in there, men. That's it. Good effort. APCs are not armed with any kind of countermeasures in this game, as you may have noticed. They just take the shots. Alright, putting a lot of tanks in the firing line here, but they're only in the firing line of the rockets. I do need to get my rockets in range as well. If his rocket shoots my rocket, I'm sad. I'd like his rocket to shoot literally anything else. You may as well keep healing. Not that you can actually get to the fight. Come on then, Drake. Hit me with it. Yes, here we go. It's the best play. I can't be too mad at him for making it. I can be surprised. Okay, well the rocket dies because this medium tank kills the APC clone. And then the medium tank that kills the rocket dies to double artillery fire, which is not the best. But you know, trading a 16,000 credit medium tank for a 15,000 credit rocket is okay. It also gives me a positional advantage. If that shoots, can anything actually reach? Maybe the anti-airs can reach. If I put my rocket here. Alright, it's your time to shine, get in there. This chap's still just here to resupply. Do your worst. Bridges are considered the same as roads. Oh, okay, I didn't even see that. Well, that's my fault. Yes, bridges are considered the same as roads. They offer 0 defense. Pretty astronomical misplay on my part there. I did not see that rocket that shot me on the city. What is going on with the climate in this place? To step forwards now is just death. There really aren't many decisions to be made. And he's so rich. It's my turn to fire onto his rockets with my rockets. Nice change of pace. Artillery shoots my medium tank. Not good, not good. It's better to retreat. As boring as it is, that is the better play. In my opinion, I'm not some master of Advance Wars. I swear someone is playing with some kind of weather controls. This is not natural. Go on, send them back for some more repairs. Well, not this guy. He's beyond repair. Running out of fuel from shimmying back and forth. You can see as time's going on, things are just getting worse for me. He's starting to stockpile medium tanks and more anti-airs. Okay, that artillery won't do anything. it will, but not enough that I care about. Rockets all the way back here. Stepping forwards puts me in range to an artillery of 4. I'm gonna do it. It's probably the wrong play, but I have a repair ready to use. Spent all the way down to 0 credits. Optimal. Weather really can't make its mind up today, can it? Interesting. Seems like an absolutely terrible choice by my opponent. Do need some of those absolutely terrible choices right now. So you know I'm getting back in this. I think this might be my chance to punch through. Actually, do you have enough fuel? You do, you got 15. Okay, this is it. This is where we make our attack. This will either work or we lose the game. We're going to take some pain in response for this, but I've got my nearly out of fuel tank leading the charge, so hopefully the enemy focuses fires on that, because that's going to be basically a sitting duck soon enough anyway. Charge, men. Charge. Very smart of him, he shot the tank at the back. That's fully laden with fuel. Bring your medium tank, there it is. Now do me a favour and don't build any more. Obviously you should. You could afford to buy 2. But please forget. Oh, he built 1 and an anti-air. Okay, you can't reach, can you? Nope. Oop. Yup. 2 choices. If I shoot the tank at the front, you might finish it off and you might not. Then I can charge in. There's going to be a 7 HP rocket. A fully HP tank. It's pretty scary. Do I just slow roll it? That doesn't seem right. I don't have a lot of confidence in this. Okay, that hit harder than I expected. I got more confidence now. So if I charge in heroically, destroy this, and realistically there are 2 things that hurt me, the medium tank and the rockets. If I just endure that hit, then hopefully my rockets can counterfire. And then we pray that's enough. Also, we pray he doesn't build any more units. Just gotta hope he forgets about that again. Is it better to offer up this 6 HP tank? Is it better to merge the 6 HP tank with the 5 HP tank? It might be. I think it is. I think it is. Not something I'd usually do. Generally speaking, you don't merge very often because you lose a unit on the field. And one unit on the field, even if it's nearly dead, still occupies a tile. It still takes up space, which helps you buy a lot of time and helps protect your ranged units just by getting in the way. That's a long way to go for a heal, Mr. Anti-Air. Why is the 7 HP rocket not firing? Okay. I don't care about that APC. I'm not going to aim the APC. It is the last target I'd aim. I'd aim infantry over an APC. Just to ram home how idiotic the computer is. Yeah, I'd aim at a 1 HP unit over an APC. Well, we're in. Again, we're going to take some pain from this. This thing's got its choice of targets already. I'm going to shoot the the light tank. Because it's one of the only units here that can actually damage a medium tank. Not very well, but it can. The mechs also can. Anti-airs do, I think, about 12%, maybe not even that. They're not very good at damaging medium tanks. And obviously infantry do nothing. Okay, technically they do something, it's about 4%. But it's not enough to worry me. I think Drake has forgotten about that rocket at the back. Or he's just committed to not fire with it until it's at full strength. This is the rocket that I didn't see earlier, because it was so well camouflaged, green on green. Maybe it's fooling Drake now. I don't know, why did I shoot that? I know it was the only thing I could reach, but I was probably better off driving forwards than I was actually shooting that. Alright, if Drake's going to be a moron about it, we'll take advantage. Can't one-shot that. Can't reach anything that matters. Two-shot the artillery? I think we do. Oh, I mean, obviously we do, but I think that's my decision. Yes, okay. So here's a tactic that I think I've mentioned before. It's the first time I'm using it to any real effect. I'm going to kill this artillery, not because it's the biggest threat, but because it's parked on his barracks. Or base, not barracks, it produces vehicles. It's on his base. What I should be targeting is I should be driving around killing this thing and probably shooting this mech. Or maybe damaging this artillery. But I'm killing this in its entirety for a very specific reason. If I park an APC on this base, and I park an infantry on this base, I don't even want to fire. Now my opponent can't build any units, because I've occupied his 2 bases. He only has 2 structures in this entire game where he can deploy units to, and they're both occupied. So what he's going to have to do is clear me off one of the bases. Now he may do that, probably the infantry, and then he'll be able to build on it in the same turn. but it acts as bait. He's forced to attack this infantry, and then eventually he'll build one unit at the end of that. And also I'll know where the unit's going to be. It's going to be here, so I can prep artillery ready to shoot on this spot. Because realistically, the way I lose here is if I let him build 2 more medium tanks. So although I'm going to take a hit from that rocket, if he ever fires it, this tactic will force him into producing 1 fewer tanks than he otherwise would have. He can clear the top one as well if he shoots it with his rockets. Shoots the APC with his rockets. Never mind, he's lost his mind. He's given up. His controller's disconnected or something, I don't know. I seriously have no explanation for that. Not a one. If he just doesn't want to play the game anymore, who am I to tell him what to do? Downside to this plan is that my infantry's going to die. I'm going to need to prep a new one. Just going to shoot a little bit of everything, I think. Oh, here's a question you might have. I suppose we'll answer now. What happens if he tsunamis? What happens to this infantry? Do you think it dies or not? Remember, tsunami does 1 damage to all targets. So what do you think happens? It's not obvious, but the answer is the unit survives. Damaging powers don't kill units. They reduce them to 1 HP and that's it. So there you go, little fact. I decided to put something more substantial on the base. I didn't realise I could kill the infantry in 1 shot, and now that I have, I can severely cripple the final threat as well. So now victory just feels like a matter of time. I don't see what he can do. He might be able to push me off of this and build 1 more big unit, but 1 unit isn't going to stop me. I've got 2 medium tanks. It's very fortunate that he decided to never fire with this rocket for the longest time. I realise he is now, but for so long he just never used it. It's the only reason I stayed in this game. Make no mistake, I'd lost this game. Okay, he's going to get to build 1 unit of his choice. Probably an anti-air. Never mind, he blocked it. Oh, okay. That was fun. I like that. Oh, you're a joker, Drake. I was not expecting that. I really wasn't. Yeah, just end this thing. I'm going to recover that base by the end of the turn. I'm not going to leave it exposed. I'm going to cover it with an artillery, which sounds dumb, but he hasn't got enough stuff left alive to kill that artillery. He'll damage it with his 2 mechs or something, but I don't care. There you go, shoot whatever you prefer. I mean, just to make absolutely sure, I guess I'll build some reinforcements. But we don't need them. That's quite irritating. You'll see my 1 HP infantry survives. Yes, yes, very good. Better keep that APC where it is though. Whew, don't want to risk moving that. No targets. Well, I've been very strategically avoided here. Destroying that APC doesn't help me. It just frees up the tile for him. Oh hey, it's the anti-air that went off for repairs. About 20 minutes ago. I remember you. You know, I might be able to win by destroying all of his units. Oh no, I can't destroy the infantry in the middle island. Never mind, I do have to capture his HQ. Okay, I think we can call this a done job now. No, just move. It's safer if I cover it so we don't get any ideas at the last second. And there we have it. A long, long mission. A tricky one. One I didn't think I was going to win. That's very kind of you, Drake. You know I killed a lot of people. Aye, lad. Look at that speed score. That's a good time. But the plot thickens. Does anyone know what's going on in this game? Not really. I don't know why anyone's fighting us. I don't know why we're marching through their territories. I don't know where we're trying to get to. I don't know why people are looking for answers. They attack us and then claim they're looking for answers. Nothing makes sense. I mean, it does to me because I know the plot twist coming up. But nothing makes sense, damn it. By Neptune's beard. We're gonna fight Drake again. This time he's gonna get those answers, maybe. In the next video. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.